If you're a fan of gripping narratives, unforgettable characters, and gameplay that keeps you hooked, linear games might be your perfect match. These titles focus on delivering a streamlined experience, guiding you through a carefully crafted journey without the clutter of open-world distractions. From epic adventures to emotionally driven stories, they shine by prioritizing quality over quantity. In this list, I'll dive into 10 incredible linear games that deserve a spot in every gamer's library. Each game is a masterpiece of storytelling and gameplay synergy, designed to captivate from start to finish. So if you're ready to explore worlds built with precision and purpose, stick around. These aren't just games, they're unforgettable experiences. Whether you crave action, mystery, or emotional depth, this list has something for every gamer. Let's embark on a journey through the best linear games you simply can't afford to miss. The Order 1886 may have sparked controversy for its short runtime at launch, but it's a game that deserves a second look. Often overlooked, this title delivers a cinematic thrill ride packed with intense action and jaw-dropping visuals that still stand tall even years later. Its cover-based gunplay is sharp, satisfying, and tactical, making every firefight feel grounded and impactful. While the campaign may be brief, it wastes no time with filler, delivering a tightly woven experience with no dull moments. The game's world building and atmosphere transport you into a stunningly detailed alternate history of London. From brutal combat to dramatic storytelling, every element is crafted with precision. If you're a fan of cinematic adventures, The Order 1886 is an underrated gem that deserves a place in your collection. It's proof that quality can triumph over quantity in creating memorable gaming experiences. For fans of both movies and video games, The Wolf Among Us is a must-play. This episodic, story-driven adventure puts you in the shoes of Bigby Wolf, a sheriff investigating a series of gruesome murders in a gritty, fairy tale-inspired town. The gameplay centers around conversations, decision-making, and moral choices, as each action you take impacts the unfolding story. Don't be fooled by the slower-paced dialogue. Intense quick-time events will have you on the edge of your seat, demanding quick reflexes and tough decisions. If you've played The Walking Dead, you'll feel right at home with its narrative style. Even though it's been out for over a decade, the game's striking comic book-inspired visuals still hold up, adding a unique charm. The world building and character depth are top-notch, drawing you into a dark and compelling narrative. Each episode is filled with twists, forcing you to constantly question your choices. If you enjoy complex, morally gray stories, The Wolf Among Us is an unforgettable experience. Spec Ops The Line may have slipped under the radar at first, but over time, it has earned a cult following thanks to its deep, thought-provoking narrative. Unlike typical military shooters, this game isn't just about gunfights. It delves into the dark, gritty realities of war. You play as Captain Walker, leading a squad through a devastated post-apocalyptic Dubai. But the story isn't as straightforward as good versus evil. The game forces you to make morally ambiguous decisions that blur the lines between right and wrong. With shocking plot twists and moments that will challenge your ethical compass, Spec Ops asks tough questions about the cost of war and the consequences of your actions. Its brutal portrayal of military operations will make you question what you thought you knew about heroism. By the end, you'll experience an unforgettable, emotional journey that may leave you shocked, disturbed, or even angry. It's this unique storytelling and its ability to provoke deep thought that sets Spec Ops The Line apart from other shooters. This is a game that makes you feel, making it an unforgettable experience.
Shit! We got company!
Adams, you're with me! Luco, protect Gould!
You got it! Don't worry, Gould. I got you. Got eyes on the target! Stay the fuck down, man!
Hi-Fi Rush is a refreshing new entry in the world of linear games, and I was definitely curious to see how it would measure up. Rhythm-based games can be hit or miss, but This one completely exceeded my expectations. You play as a would-be rock star, diving into a vibrant world full of musical combat, where timing your moves to the beat is key. What sets this game apart is how accessible it is, with gameplay that isn't as punishing as other rhythm titles, making it perfect for newcomers. However, don't be fooled. There's plenty of challenge to keep you engaged, as you'll need to juggle melee attacks, gadgets, and dodging enemies in the heat of battle. The quirky cast of characters adds a fun layer to the story, giving it a unique charm. The soundtrack is top-notch, amplifying the already intense action and creating an unforgettable atmosphere. Hi-Fi Rush blends rhythm, action, and humor in a way few games can. If you're looking for a fresh, enjoyable linear adventure, this one is definitely worth playing. It's an experience that hits all the right notes.
Ready for more?
Detroit Become Human is a landmark in the world of linear games, offering a narrative-driven experience that's impossible to forget. This game constantly challenges you with tough decisions, where every choice has the potential to drastically alter the story and the characters' fates. What sets it apart is the ability to switch between 3 distinct characters, each with their own unique perspective and emotional journey. As you progress, the consequences of your actions come to life in powerful ways, with multiple endings based on the paths you take. The game brilliantly amplifies the tension with quick-time events, demanding split-second decisions that could change everything. Despite not being a huge fan of sci-fi, the game's immersive world and emotional depth kept me completely engaged. It's not just a game, it's a series of ethical dilemmas wrapped in a gripping narrative. Detroit excels at making every choice feel monumental, pushing you to reflect on the deeper meaning behind your decisions. With its compelling storyline and weighty decisions, this game is a must-play for anyone who loves impactful, interactive storytelling.
Upset. That's what happened, right? You thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with it. There's no way out, Daniel. What you've done is...
When it comes to linear games with just the right amount of freedom to explore, Bioshock stands out as a prime example. Both Bioshock 1 and 2 offer deeply immersive, thought-provoking experiences with compelling stories and innovative gameplay. The world building is exceptional, drawing you into the haunting depths of Rapture or the soaring heights of Columbia. While both games are linear, their open-ended level designs give you plenty of opportunities to explore and uncover hidden details. However, if you're after a more focused, strictly linear adventure, Bioshock Infinite is the perfect fit. Not only does it feature a mind-bending narrative that challenges perceptions of reality, but it also introduces unique gameplay mechanics by blending vigors, magic, with traditional gunplay. The result is a thrilling and immersive experience that keeps you hooked from start to finish. Whether you're exploring the depths of Rapture or flying through Columbia, Bioshock offers unforgettable worlds that keep you engaged with every step. It's a series that defines the line between linear storytelling and open-world exploration.
There's more of them!
Just an old man telling tall tales and lies about how they better and deserve to treat you this way. And what we got?
If you haven't played Max Payne 3 yet, you're missing out on one of the most thrilling linear games ever made. With a gripping story, unforgettable characters, and high-octane action, this game still holds up remarkably well, even years after its release. The visuals and gameplay mechanics remain impressive, giving you that same intense cinematic experience you'd expect from a classic. What makes this game truly special is its raw, relentless action, where you step into Max's shoes and dive into brutal firefights in true John Wick-style fashion. The iconic bullet time mechanic, which allows you to slow down time while performing stylish takedowns, never gets old. What also stands out is the level design, which keeps the gameplay fresh and engaging throughout the entire journey. Each mission feels different, offering variety without losing that core intensity. Max Payne 3 is an adrenaline-fueled ride that still feels as impactful today as when it was first released. If you enjoy action-packed cinematic experiences, this is a must-play.
Rodrigo, it's Max.
Firewatch is a truly unique walking sim that stands out for its captivating, slow-paced storytelling. Set in a serene yet subtly tense environment, it offers a perfect blend of peaceful exploration and underlying mystery. You play as Henry, a fire lookout stationed in a remote forest, where your only contact with the outside world is Delilah, a voice over the radio. The game revolves around completing simple tasks in the forest, but it's the atmosphere and the growing sense of intrigue that keep you engaged. The wilderness feels alive, yet not overwhelming, and the narrative unfolds in a way that pulls you deeper into the experience. Firewatch manages to create a compelling world without ever rushing, giving you time to reflect and immerse yourself in its beauty. It's an ideal choice for those who appreciate story-driven games that allow for quiet moments of contemplation. Despite its calm pace, the game's emotional depth and intriguing plot will leave a lasting impression. Plus, its relatively short playtime makes it a great introduction for newcomers to indie games. If you haven't played it yet, Firewatch is an indie gem that deserves your attention. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits is an indie game that surpasses many AAA titles in both beauty and gameplay, and it's even more remarkable considering it's the developer's debut project. The game's level of polish is extraordinary, with a world full of vibrant colors and detailed landscapes that invite you to explore every inch. The rot, adorable creatures that assist you along your journey, add a delightful touch, but don't be fooled by the cuteness. This game offers some tough challenges, especially when facing off against powerful world bosses. The combat is fluid and responsive, blending smooth melee and ranged attacks with Kina's staff, making every fight feel satisfying. The animations are top-notch, making combat and exploration feel effortless. As you explore the world, there's no shortage of secrets to uncover, puzzles to solve, and characters to meet, all adding to the game's charm. Every aspect of Kina pulls you deeper into its enchanting world, making it easy to fall in love with the game's rich atmosphere and rewarding gameplay. If you haven't experienced it yet, Kina, Bridge of Spirits is an indie gem that deserves your attention. If you're looking for an action-packed game that packs a punch, SIFU is the perfect choice. This linear adventure centers around a quest for vengeance, where you take on waves of enemies using slick, kung fu-inspired moves. The game doesn't focus on emotional storytelling. Instead, it throws you straight into intense combat, where every fight feels visceral and rewarding. Unlike typical fighting games, SIFU makes you think strategically. Combos are fluid, and you can use your environment to your advantage, smashing bottles or throwing enemies off ledges. One of the standout features is the age mechanic. Each time you die, you age, gaining new skills, but also becoming more vulnerable. This dynamic keeps the gameplay fresh and forces you to constantly adapt. The combat is weighty and impactful, making each punch and kick feel satisfying. SIFU is designed for players who crave fast-paced, creative action over narrative depth. With its brutal difficulty and intense fight sequences, it's a game that keeps you coming back for more. If you love martial arts combat and a challenge, SIFU is a must-play. And that wraps up our list. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these games. How many have you played, and which ones are still sitting in your backlog? If any of these titles caught your eye, let me know which one you're most excited to try. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and ensures you won't miss any future content. Your support means a lot, and I appreciate you watching until the end. That's all for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one with even more recommendations. Stay tuned.